Well, it's an absolutely gorgeous day here. There's almost zero wind. I'm told there's not much swell, so today is a dive day. I've been going through my little wreck dive book here and trying to find things that I haven't done before. I've heard about this wreck trek that they've got down in Lauderdale. I've done a couple of them, but I haven't done the Tracey, which is this one right here. It's only about 70 feet deep, should be a nice little dive, looks like some limited swim throughs. Let's go check it out. As I'm gearing up, my standard disclaimer for all you scuba divers out there and budding scuba divers, solo diving is dangerous and it's honestly pretty stupid. I don't recommend it, don't do what I do, but if you do choose to do it, make sure you've got the training, the technical expertise, the backups, the redundancy, the extra air, the safety plan, and everything that goes along with taking risks. And if you don't know what any of that is, then you're probably not ready to go solo diving. Let's go. I spared you the couple minutes of setup there, and now we are descending. I really like to just let my weights do the work here. Just breathe and drop. Now the water is so clear today that you can actually see the wreck already in the distance there on the left of the frame. You can tell from the anchor line that there's almost no current today. It's completely slack tide at high tide. And I can already tell that my anchor is in a good spot. It's just off the wreck in the sand. Yeah, there's 75 feet left of rope. My first job when getting down is to check the anchor, make sure I'm fully solid and that I definitely will have a boat when I come back. Look at that. Beautiful wreck. These conditions, I couldn't ask for better conditions than today. This is probably the best I've seen in years out here. Absolutely spectacular. And I can see there's such little current right now that the anchor hasn't even grabbed it, even though I backed down on it a little bit. So now that would bury and dig in if the boat started to move, if the current picked up. But since I'm here, I'm going to give it a little hand. There we go. Beautifully set. Now if the boat starts to pull, it's just going to dig that deeper and deeper and deeper. Good to go. Pretty happy with that and quite confident there'll be a boat when I come back from my dive. Now let's check out this wreck. Isn't this pretty? We're only 70 feet down. The light is beautiful. You can see the entire wreck. You know, it's so nice that I think I might just do a Les Stroud Survivor shot. Now, did you ever see Les Stroud's show Survivor Man? Remember those shots when he was just walking away, miles away across a tundra? Well, he had to go back and get that camera. Every time, that always just blew me away. He was so committed to his shots that he would often have to do miles and miles and miles extra walking, extra travel, just to go back and get his cameras. Fully self-shot, what an absolute legend. So here's my Les Stroud shot. And here I come back to my camera. Spaceman. What do you think? Worth it? Let me know in the comments if I should do more of these shots. It's a lot of swimming if you don't like it. Alright, one more check of the anchor. See the anchor line going up? Well, you can even see the boat. Alright, wreck time. Now she is beautifully covered in soft and hard corals. Let's get a close-up of this. Look at the coloration on it all. Some beautiful reds and yellows and greens. These soft corals are some of my favorites. Just so spectacular and weird looking. I love seeing healthy reef structure on wrecks, particularly in areas where the natural reef is kind of ripped up and not all that great. That's why I really do like wrecks, because they don't see a lot of traffic. They see a lot of fishing, but the traffic that comes down here are generally pretty respectful of the reef and the coral that's on it. Some cool little penetration. Now I've got a personal rule, no penetration without a buddy. There's a lot that can go wrong down there. I'll do swim throughs and things like that, but if I'm going to go and get dirty inside a wreck and risk potential silt outs or entanglement, the last thing I want to do is to be stuck down there with my tank all wrapped up in fishing line or anything else that you can find on wrecks, and just wondering why on earth I went inside there by myself. But having said that, coming back here with a buddy and getting some of these penetrations in would be pretty fun. Just down there. It's so cool swimming down staircases. But you see all those cables there? The cables and lines, and this is a pretty clean wreck, but divers have died many times thinking they were safe entering wrecks, and today won't be that day. We can certainly drop down into here though. That's so cool. So what we're seeing here is probably cargo area, maybe a machine room. Actually, it's probably a machine room. Now, a lot of this coral is fire coral, and if I'm gonna do any type of shallow penetration or swim through here, I don't like to touch the wreck, but I want to be prepared if I need to. So gloves are a good idea. The gloves I like to use in these warm waters, they're basically just material, just fabric, with a rubber palm. Nice and protective, nothing's getting through it. A knife blade sure will, but incidental touching on a wreck is not going to be a problem. Now here's the other side of that machine room area. And this is all very clean. Get a nice little swim through here. Going to those back rooms would be something very cool, but I'm coming back with a buddy to do that. Moving forward now, going up to the bow and the wheelhouse. And there's this aft area here, which they probably had cargo up top and below. Now this boat was intentionally scuttled after it was found running drugs. So the authorities grabbed it and decommissioned it, and then sent it to the bottom to be a playground for fish and divers. And these swim-throughs are just spectacular. So much fish life. It feels amazing being down here alone. Just me and the fish. Now I can see that my anchor line is still there. Water is so clear I can see it from over here. It's very reassuring. Let's keep going. Check out this little swim through here. That was probably a marine head. And I'm not sure what that would have been. Maybe shelving for life support gear. And another cargo area down there. here there's a boat traveling above me. Hopefully they're respecting my dive flags and staying away. Rounding the bow. And you know what, today is so clear, we're going to get a really great wreck shot. The quintessential bow facing forward from the ship that will never sail again. Beautiful. Let's check out the wheelhouse. It's kind of funny to think that the last time somebody captained this boat with the intent of a commercial purpose, he was knowingly running drugs and trying to evade the authorities. And this is where he ended up. Well, I'm sure the captain ended up in jail or something, but the boat ended up down here. That'd be a cool little penetration down to what I'm guessing would be crew quarters. Save that for another day. Look at all these fish with my lights coming out. Sorry fellas, didn't mean to wake you up. It's absolutely covered in coral. It's so pretty. Alright, thinking about getting out of here, but what's a wreck dive without looking for treasure? And I did see something earlier. And there it is. Today's treasure. Looks like about a 3 or 4 pound lead sinker. That's got to be worth at least 20 bucks. Price of lead these days is crazy. Let's pick it up. Alright, so it's attached to fishing line, and this could easily be the thing that messed the diver up. Pick up something innocuous, not realizing it's attached to the wreck, get himself tangled in line, and then in the effort to untangle themselves, they get more entangled, and before they know it, they run out of air, and you're dead. Treasure acquired. Score! After just increasing my lead weight by about 25%, a little more air in my wings, and off we go. Let's do a quick lap of the stern here, see if there's anything I missed. Alright. I think that's it for the dive of the Tracey. What a beautiful little wreck. I'm definitely adding this to the frequent list. A nice, safe wreck with a lot of interesting features. Now coming back to my anchor, I can see it hasn't dug in, which means the current hasn't changed. So I don't need to worry too much about the surface conditions changing. And you know what? It's just time for one more Let's Drown Survivor Man shot. Subscribe for more aquatic adventures. Thanks for diving with me. I'll catch you next time.